Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope your day or night is going well. Hi, I'm Financial Guru, and here today we are going to discuss what is a stock, how do you make money from a stock, how do you buy a stock. Remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to get more financial knowledge that leads towards your long-term success. Here we go! So first off, we need to understand what is a stock. A stock is all the shares in a company that goes public on the stock exchange. The shares are collectively known as stocks. A single share of the stock represents a fractional ownership of the company in proportion to the total number of shares. So for example, the company Financial Guru has 1,000 shares total originally in the company. Insiders may hold 250 shares, including CEO management, leaving 750 shares outstanding. That is 75% of the company's available stock, to be bought by institutions and us, the retail investor. If you then bought 100 shares, you would own 10% of Financial Guru, the business. But most companies have millions and billions of shares available, so much harder to acquire 10% of the business, let alone 1%. But anything is possible. Just look at Warren Buffett. He started buying shares as a young teenager, which turned into buying a quarter of a business, half a business, and then into whole businesses along the way. And right at the moment, he has 5 to 10% in some of the biggest companies in the world. So you can start from humble beginnings and become rich. Now we have learned what is a stock. Now you need to learn how do you make money from a stock. There are two simple ways to make money from stocks. Firstly, capital appreciation. In other words, you have invested 100 shares in Financial Guru at $10 a share and your cost price total is $1,000. So in 1 year's time, you come back to check your shares and they now have increased to $20 per share, which means you have doubled your money. So your 100 shares that you can see on the screen has increased from 1,000 to now 2,000 with 100% profit. Now it's not all roses. You can pick thorns amongst some of the stocks and they lose money. Over time, often these companies are very old and going out of date, like landlines for phones, typewriters, fax machines, tapes and CDs. All example of things that are pretty much extinct or have little value now. But sometimes fairly new companies start by losing money each year. So there is a risk in buying into a company that can go bankrupt, but also companies are growing their business so they take some short-term losses for hopeful long-term gain. But with me as your guide, you can find the solutions for gaining knowledge that will make you live your financial dreams sooner. Remember, I am not your financial advisor, so seek a professional before buying any stocks. The second and most simplest way to make money in a company is by receiving a dividend. If a company pays a dividend, for instance, of $2 a year, you will receive $200 each year for the Financial Guru. As you own 100 shares in the company, the dividend is likely going to increase each year. The longer you stay in the company, some dividends do stay the same. But remember, dividends are not guaranteed, can be removed at any time by the company. Prime example, you can do more research on Disney and Carnival Cruise Line Corporation and why they cut their dividend, with many more due to the ongoing Rona situation. Not all stocks, aka companies, provide a dividend, so some companies pay you nothing at all, often because the company believes to invest in themselves to help grow the business faster in the near future. I will discuss dividend investing and growth investing in separate videos for this channel. For the meantime, you are taking the first baby steps towards gaining the knowledge you need to start investing. There are other ways to make money in the stock market through options trading, where you can buy a stock for a predetermined price before or on the expiry date, called a call option, hoping for the price to go up in the stock. Or you can do what is called a put option, where you, as the buyer, hope the price goes down from say $20 to $15 You gain all the shares at $15 as well as get a certain amount of cash in hand if it goes down to $15. There is also shorting or longing a stock. This is getting more dangerous when you begin to borrow money from a stock brokerage and bet on a stock going higher or lower in a particular period, aka Financial Guru stock is $20 currently. One person shorts the stock at $10 buy price and the other person goes long on the stock at a buy price of $30, both buying 1,000 shares in the company. Now 3 months down the track, the stock goes up to $40. The long seller is celebrating. Yahoo! He has just bought the shares at $30 and gained a profit, but the short seller is in debt, so they are both in debt. So let's go through the calculations. They were both lent $30,000 as the cost price of the shares at $30 per share times 1,000 shares they have purchased. Both the short and the long seller have a margin of 10% added as part of the original agreement of $3,000, so they are now in debt $33,000. Now they have to pay a holding fee of around $100, and now the debt is $33,100. Now add another 10% margin per day per annum for a 3-month period is an extra 2.5%, so an extra $750 added to the total. So now the loan has ballooned out to $33,850. Remember, this is all debt, so the long-term seller can sell the stock immediately for around $6,000 profit. This can be very complicated, as the other option is to keep the shares and pay the whole amount immediately, as the rich and the famous can do, and keep the shares if you believe the stock will continue to rise over the long term. Where sadly for a short seller, they have to pay back the major debt. So they can sell their shares worth $30,000 minus the fees of some brokerages. You are left with around $1,000 debt that you pay interest on until fully paid off. As you can see, for hedge funds managers at the leading banks, this can cost them millions of dollars, especially with stocks that rise a few hundred in a matter of weeks or months when short selling. But also, you can have huge gains on the other side. So some further research is needed. You can look into, if you are new to investing, GameStop and AMC Entertainment Holdings. These stocks were heavily shorted by hedge fund managers. Reddit retail investing group Wall Street Bets wanted to cost the hedge funds heaps of money, which led up to a bid up of the stocks, some rising up from $10 all the way up to $100, and GameStop went all the way up to even $400. So something you might want to check out. These two stocks were actually helped out by Wall Street Bets as they were looking at bankruptcy when the share price skyrockets to the moon. Can sell off some of their shares and put the money back into the business. So you could say the old Robin Hood saying, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. But in actual, the businesses that they are saving were once rich. So you could say, taking from the rich and giving to the less rich. We now understand what a stock is. How do you make money from a stock? Now it's time to discuss how to buy a stock. This will be short and sweet. You have to find a brokerage, whether it's a bank or an online app platform. Most people trade on online platforms like Robinhood, Webull, eToro, as they have no fees on buying and selling. But you also have Charles Schwab's, M1 Finance, Fidelity, and so much more. But people in other countries outside the US wanting to buy into US stocks have to currently pay a small fee to buy and sell. Not everywhere in the world, but in some places. Just depending on where you live in the world, there is a difference in cost. You can go directly to your bank, but they can charge you more fees. There are plenty of online apps you can choose from throughout the world. All you have to do is sign up and verify yourself with documents, and you're ready to go. Deposit funds into your account. If you're not in the US, you will get charged a conversion fee on your money into the US dollar. Then simply choose the company you want to buy into, press the buy button, and away you go. You generally have two choices. A market order, where you buy at the current price that day when you click the button. For example, you buy into Financial Guru at $10 per share. You buy 100 shares, that costs you $1,000. Or you can do a limit order where you can choose the price Normally you aim for lower than the current value, so you can control the cost price to entry. There's no guarantee you will get that price, but you can always try. So later in that day or week the stock drops to $9, you save yourself $100 as your cost price was only $900 instead of $1,000. So being patient is good. A quick tip, 50% off perceived value is a good cost price to look for, which I will talk about more in my value investing video to come. Hopefully you are doing the research and the learning needed to be successful in investing. I will give you plenty of educational tips through my videos coming up. So if you could smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, be much appreciated. So a quick recap on what we have learned today. What is a stock? The amount of shares in a public traded company for people to invest into. Also, how do you make money from the stock? Through capital appreciation, dividends, option trading, short and long-term selling trading, while also learning how to buy a stock. Finding a brokerage like eToro allows you to invest from a variety of different countries around the world, where other brokerages just deal with people in their own country. So it is good to shop around to find the best fit for your trading style. Sign up for the service, get yourself verified, transfer some moolah, some money, and start investing towards your goals. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate the love of all of you and look forward to seeing you at the next video. Adios, amigos!